The 4-cost Bon Clay from EB01 has skyrocketed in price since the start of OP09. This is due to the popularity of the purple Luffy leader heading into the meta. With the firepower of Doflamingo in this set, ramping up is one of the best way to deal with Doflamingo while you go toe-to-toe with his wide board. I believe that there are 3 leaders that benefit in this card's effect, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. Also, side note, I already made the script for this video before they announced the new OP11 Blurful Luffy leader, whose whole game plan is to raise to 8 tons and start dropping the 9-cost Sanji and build a tall, wide board. Bon Clay's effect would really shine in the mid-game and help the leader reach his goal just like in the anime. The first leader that we will be looking at is the Purple Luffy deck. I know that people do not run 4 copies of Bon Clay, but for the sake of this video, we will be running 4 of it so we can find it consistently and showcase the potential of this card in this deck. I believe that Purple Luffy is the one who benefits the least out of the 3 leaders in this meta that we're going to be talking about today. Now, for the sake of this video, I will be playing my Bon Clay as my second turn play rather than playing the 4-cost Sorojuro, because I wanted to showcase you guys how good it is if you don't draw your Zorojuro on your second on or like your second turn. In case you didn't draw it, you have the Bon Clay on your hand, and I just wanted to show you guys how good of an option the card is. And turn 3, we're already on 7 dawns, so we can actually play the Luffy Taro and Zorojuro at the same time. Unfortunately, we would have to use the Sangoro as a counter in this in this game, so we have no choice, but unfortunately we have to do that one. Also, another good thing is that our Bon Clay is sort of a pseudo blocker, because they need to attack this card, otherwise it's gonna keep copying other cards as the game progresses. So yeah, having this card is the biggest threat at the moment in this turn. So he would go 5 into it. So he's got 6 stone. Was that 6 stone? 5. So he's gonna go for that one, and then playing the Tashigi just to trash the Luffy Taro. But we do have an extra one on our hand. The only thing is that we do not have anything to play with it. So we're gonna get rid of this Kuzan, because it's one of the biggest threat that we have at the moment. I took a risk here and actually took my life, but as you can see, we do have 4 of the Gum Gum Giant, but we just don't have anything to play with our Luffy Taro. It would have been great, and it would have been a very good curve if we only have 1 card to play with it. I'm just gonna spread out my Dawn here to attack 7 and 5. He dumped a bunch of cards just to protect that Kuzan, which I believe that I don't think that's gonna be a good play here, because going into his turn, he doesn't really have any options to KO. He'll go 6k into my Zorojuro, which can easily be countered. Now here's what he needs to decide. Is he gonna use the Kuzan to swing? Because once he swings that one, I can go for it the next turn, and basically all those cards that he used to protect it will not be, will not be getting its value because you're letting go of the Kazan anyway, unless you draw into like a blocker to protect it. Plus, I haven't established anything on my board, so I think the safest way there was to not swing with the Kazan. He's got the Borsalino there. He didn't swing with his leader ability. I could have trashed one of the counter card, but that's him. He didn't even KO. Yeah, he should have just KO'd that Bon Kurei. Otherwise, it was a free copy of the Gecko in there. Here he's gonna trash 2 more cards to counter out. I'm gonna attack 6 on this Kuzan. Hopefully he trashed 1 more 2k counter, which is good. Returning 1 card, and then we'll grabbing another 2k counter for this game, and leaving 1 Dawn active for our Gum Gum Giant. So we're down to 2 life now, so we really need those giants to do their thing. And especially we're on the 10 Dawn, we don't really have a risk other than throwing one of the cards on our hand. But yeah, he's choosing to remove the sword jewelry here, which is very interesting. Surely he would get rid of this Bon Kurei here. Bon Kurei already done its job for us. It got us a 1 Dawn active ramp and a copy of the Gecko's attack power as well, so there's no point of us saving it. Now he's still got 9 Dawns in here. He can certainly still play a Gecko Moria if he has it. So he's swinging 7. We're gonna get rid of one of our... Oh, actually we didn't use... Okay, very interesting. So we didn't use our Gum Gum Giant. Okay, now we're down to 1 life. I think we should be safe. Okay, so he's using a Ice Age into a Jack, which is not a pretty bad combo, but yeah, I would be saving that Ice Age, I believe, just in case I have like a big mom or something. But it is what it is. Here I can go for the Jack if I want to, but there's nothing in my board at the moment. So, especially in my hand as well. So there's nothing in there. Like I can't do anything with my hand other than putting up a blocker, which is the 6 cost Sanji, and then leaving up 1 Dawn active for my Gum Gum Giant. So I'm gonna try and protect my life here while establishing a board as well. He's gonna swing 7. I think I'm just gonna block this one. Maybe do a Gum Gum Giant, I believe. Yeah, I might have to block this one because Jack's just gonna KO that anyway. So there's no point of me having that. Actually, never mind. He used Helmepo to remove my blocker. Okay, very interesting. He is using a lot of his cards on his hand, and here I might save it because I know for a fact that he is struggling with hand management as well. He's got 2 cards in hand, and he's okay. Never mind. I should have saved that one. Or maybe because I was scared that he still got 3 swings left. That's why I didn't save it. Now I'm gonna start using my Gum Gum Giant to draw 2 more cards. A 7 should be a pretty easy counter here. Yeah, so 7 should be pretty easy to counter. And then he's gonna establish a blocker, which doesn't really, yeah, we don't really care about the blocker at this point because we can rest it. It's very interesting why he's not attacking us. I don't know why. So here I'm gonna attack 8. He needs to show me 2K cards, which he doesn't, and I'm gonna take my life, and then I'm gonna swing 8 again, which, you know, should be game from here. Yep, so he didn't have a 2K counter in there, so that's GG for us, and that's just how I would use Bon Kurei. The reason why Purple Luffy is the one who benefits the least out of the 3 leaders in this meta is because you only use Bon Kurei if you don't have anything else to play on your second turn or your second turn. So if you didn't draw into your Zorojuro, then you know you play your Bon Kurei and it should give you 7 dawns next turn, and that actually saves you from using your leader ability and taking one of your life cards. Yeah, now we're gonna be talking about the second leader. The second leader that benefits the most with Bon Kurei is another Luffy deck, the black purple one. This deck has been under the radar but can really catch a lot of players if played correctly. The negative Dawn investment is a really net positive due to its leader's ability. Combine it with the Bon Kurei ramp, this deck can be a little fast for some decks. Okay, so we're gonna be versing against a Blackbeard, making sure we do have the Bon Kurei, but it is a bonus to have the Roro Zoro as well, the 3-cost one. On our deck, on our opening hand, so we're gonna keep this hand. We're hoping to activate the the card's ability, but against a Blackbeard, I think it would be a very hard matchup, especially if you're trying to verse against a purple deck. You don't really want those ramping abilities if you're Blackbeard, so we may use the Bon Kurei differently here in this matchup. So we'll see how we go with this one. Swinging 7, taking our life. You know, we're not too worried about the life here because Blackbeard will just basically try to chip us with like small swings. So we're not too worried about that one. Here we're gonna be putting down the Bon Kurei just to kind of bait him out and see if he's gonna do with the removals and stuff. Using his using his cards. We're still not attacking him, so we can starve him when he doesn't find any of those cards that he needs to remove our board. So it's just gonna be a race between how well we're gonna be able to remove his board and establish our own. And yeah, we're still trying to build a board now. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough Dawn to place another card on our board, but that's fine. We're gonna attack that Lafitte anyway, and we'll see how we go with this one. He's gonna play the Jesus Burgess really early here, so not sure if that's the right play. Again, we're gonna take that swing. We're gonna remove this. Now his Jesus Burgess is 7,000 power, and I'm thinking on what to play here. I might just play the Sanji here since we have the leader ability by Blackbeard activated. We don't really need to Dawn minus when we play this Sanji, but also in return we can't really rest that Jesus Burgess, which is fine. We're not gonna be in a rush on trying to take out his board, so we're still trying to build our board, and he's got 3 cards in hand, so he used up most of his removing, like he's reducing cards and then the removals as well, and now he's gonna be trying to survive this turn. Swinging 10 here might give him 3 of my 2Ks. Yep, that's exactly what we do, because we don't really want to go that really low, because you never know what's gonna happen later on in the game. So it's always nice to have that extra life before he goes for lethal. Here we can clearly clear his board, and then we're gonna set up the Bon Kurei. So now we can start attacking him because he's got 2 cards in hand. It would be ideal if he counters that one, but we'll still take it. I'm gonna attack 7, and then he's gonna activate. Yeah, he's gonna activate that searcher from his life. So those are really lucky find for him. But yeah, since we have the Bon Kurei on the field now, we can copy the teach once he plays it down, and then it will be up to him if he wants to block the swing, or if he's gonna take the life, or either block the swing and then give me some counter cards from his hand. Here I'm just removing the blocker. Forcos Nami is the obvious option here, because we can't really do much with that card, and especially if our leader is getting blocked by the leader ability of Teach, then yeah, we can't really do much with that card. I swing 6 here just to take away 1 card from his hand. I swung 5 and then he countered out of it. Now swinging 6. I'm just making sure he runs out of 2Ks. Here I made a mistake. I should have attached 2 dons here and make him commit to 2 cards if he wanted to counter. But that's okay. We do have another Bon Kurei and a blocker as well, just in case he goes for game next turn. So if he tries to remove that Bon Kurei, that's fine. We do have another Bon Kurei that we can use to copy off the Blackbeard. So thinking of trying to save this one, because there's not, yeah, if we have 2 Bon Kureis back to back attacking him, then he doesn't have any choice, right? So basically this is just a 12k card at the moment that we need to protect at all costs. Now he needs to weigh out his option here if he wants to drop another Blackbeard, because if he drops another Blackbeard, then he doesn't have much option to kind of like play for his turn, and he's only got 2 cards left, so it's not looking very good for him, because one of this attack will go through and he can't just like block 2 of them. So yeah, so he drew in a black hole, so I know that he doesn't have any counter on his hand, so unfortunately we can't really use that Kaido. It would have been nice to play that Kaido and finish him off. And here he still don't have any 2k counters. Triggered another searcher card, drew in a 2k counter. I think I should attack 8 because I know he doesn't have 2 2k counters on his hand. Now he's got an option to block here. If he does block, and then I can just go, yeah, I can just do this, and then he has to sacrifice one of his Blackbeard. And if he does, I can just finish him off with like 9k swing. Yeah, I just finish him off with 9k swing. So it doesn't really matter if he counters out of it or not. But yeah, that's pretty much game. So there we go. Against Blackbeard, you just have to adapt with the current situation on how you're gonna play the Bon Kurei. But in other matchups, I feel like dropping the Bon Kurei in mid game would really boost the power of this deck. But unfortunately, we didn't get to showcase the whole effectiveness of Bon Kurei for this matchup due to the Blackbeard's leader ability. But at the end, we managed to get to drop 2 of them before he drops his Blackbeards. So we copied off the attack power of those 2 Blackbeards, and we managed to pull off a win against Blackbeard. So yeah, that's my take on the Black Purple Luffy. And now we're gonna head into the final leader that actually benefited the most in this meta. The last leader that really benefited in this card's ability is none other than RP Luffy. RP Luffy's whole game plan is to get to 10 dons as fast as he can, so he can drop his boss cards as soon as possible. Doflamingo players will have a hard time attacking this boss due to the 6k power it brings to the table. Going fast with this deck means that cards like 8-cost Kid and 9-cost Whitebeard adds protection to the leader by adding additional attack power to the leader until the end of opponent's turn. Okay, against a Shanks who is one of the meta deck in this format. Unfortunately, we didn't draw into any of the Bon Kureis, but hopefully we can find any Bon Kureis throughout this whole game. So yeah, I'm gonna take the first life because we don't really have anything going on with our hand. Unfortunately, this is the reality of this deck. You get to have so much boss cards, but you don't have anything that you be playing with a lot of bricks on your hand. A Bon Kurei would be really nice here if we have it. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't draw into it, but I'm still hoping that we can get into it. It's gonna be a hard decision which card to trash because every boss cards here gives you a good advantage against your enemy. But yeah, that Ben Beckham is really good against against mid game. Gonna be playing the Whitebeard here just to give me a little bit more protection against the heavy hitting swings that this leader does, especially he's establishing his board as well. I feel like the Whitebeard giving 2k power into my leader actually helps, since he's building his board as well. So he would need to adjust his don management if he wants to build board and swing to me. So like that, he wasn't paying attention with how much with how much attack power that I have. There we go, we finally drew it into a Bon Kurei. Now we might play this one depending on what I establish here. I might play the Queen first just to filter out my hand, and then the Dawn minusing can be negated by the Bon Kurei. Okay, well, there's another Bon Kurei, so we only need one realistically. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try and put pressure into this Shanks. When we're just gonna ignore board for now, and just pretend that we do have 2 of this Gum Gum. Oh, actually, yeah, we just searched the Gum Gum Giant. using our Nami. So it came in really handy with the extra Dawn that he swing. That we benefited from the Bon Clay. So yeah. Okay, dropping down the Silver's Rayleigh here. Now he needs to he needs to choose which card he needs to KO. It's either the Bon Clay or the Queen. Both cards are really effective while they're on the board, but unfortunately he did KO our Bon Clay. Here we're gonna use the didn't go for the giant. I just used my 2K cards because we really don't have much option to trash using the giant's ability. But yeah, we're might play our own Silver's Rayleigh here and minus these two cards that are currently sideways. I really wanted to try to use the KO ability into that ace, but yeah, unfortunately he wasn't low enough for us to KO it. I'm gonna attack 7 here, and then should I go at 7? Is 7 smarter? Yeah, I guess 7 would be like the smarter way to approach this one, because he hasn't used his leader ability, plus he's got a lot of cards on his hand and he's gonna try and protect it. Okay, cool. Now we're back into where we were. Now if he doesn't establish any attack here, then if he doesn't swing at all, that's what I meant, then he can't really finish off the game. So trying to think and see if we should use our giant now, or should we just risk it and go down to 0 life. Oh, he's gonna go 12 for that one. Okay, that Shanks is it really hurt us with the minus 1000 attack power on everything on our board. So I'm gonna see how he reacts with all the swings that we're gonna be doing. Trying to map the dawns here, see if it is worth attaching dawns into my characters, or if I should just play another Silver's Rayleigh here and hoping to survive the next turn. So what do we do here? What's the best way to attack? So we're gonna attack for 7 first, make him use the leader's ability. Now, okay, so we're attacking. We're attacking his board as well. Going for 8. What do we play? Gonna play a blocker and then bluff our way into a Gum Gum Giant. He's got 2 attacks. If he has another Shanks, then that's gonna be that's gonna be very hard for us to finish off this game. And 12k swing. Do we have the resources? No, we don't. Okay, now he's gonna clear my board. So he's gonna go for the Shanks. For the Rayleigh, right? Okay, so that's the most effective way to do it. So I'm gonna counter here. Now if he he passed. Okay, what did he do? What did he play? Oh, okay, he did play the Shanks on that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I thought he played the Shanks a turn later. But I think we're just gonna finish him off here, right? We're gonna finish him off here, going 11. Don't think he has any counter here. So I'm just gonna risk it all here. It's going 11. He doesn't have the resources, -1, 10. That was very, very close. I'm just lucky that he did get 4 brick cards on his hand. But again, that's what this card does for this meta. I feel like RP Luffy is the strongest one because being a 6k leader, having the red cards that that came out from OP09 and OP08 really helped this deck turn into another competitive deck. And yeah, having the Bon Clay just makes the whole deck a lot smoother to run. It's a lot faster to get into those boss decks, and yeah, it's just way better with Bon Clay, I believe. Now I'm gonna be showing you the deck list for all 3 decks that I use into the next slide. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll see you into the next video.